The Miraculous Season 6 finale has just been aired. Nemesis was released, and I'm confused. But I do know one thing, I am very disappointed in Marinette. I know she was working through a lot in this episode, but I wanted her to win so badly. Hi, back fanatics. Welcome to our second review. It's Nemesis, the last part of the season 6 finale. Let's go. Everything started like deja vu. Alya making illusions of the final battle against Monarch. It was kind of funny how Alya's mother called her for dinner and she started thinking about drumsticks, and suddenly Monarch was holding a drumstick. Now I know you actually have to have your mind clear. Just as she was about to go for dinner, it clicks. Monarch was Gabriel. It made sense the most to her. It actually makes sense since Monarch was a supervillain and cannot be defeated by some normal person. But out of nowhere, it just happened like that. I don't know why Alya was fixated on that specifically, since there's a lot that could bother Marinette. Alya not trusting Marinette is a bit weird for me. Maybe it was just BFF intuition. We go to Marinette's room where she's coming back just from a mission. She makes a tiny little squeak and her parents appear out of nowhere. It is sweet to see them support Marinette as Ladybug, but as parents, I do feel like they are still worried on every mission that she goes on. Right after, we go to Adrien, who is unaware why Marinette is acting the way she is acting because she doesn't seem to be happy about his growth. The saddest thing I saw was at this moment where Adrien's interaction with Marinette was a bit weird. Marinette saying that he is building his life around his father's shadow. That was very painful. The way Marinette said it, I do like that she stood her own ground, allowing herself to actually express how she feels and is not about to please Adrien just for the sake of it. Marinette is going to lose her love story all because of the man who was the major obstacle in their love story. It's very much an intense irony. Fast forward, as Marinette is talking to Alya, she mentions how her worries for her parents and everything going on is really hard. That the fact that she doesn't know who Chrysalis is and everything like that, it's making it very difficult for her. That is the only way Marinette dodges the bullet Alya was about to shoot at her. The fact that Monarch was Gabriel. So at this point, Marinette just tells Alya a way to snuff out Chrysalis, and this plan was very brilliant and very ingenious. Marinette's plan was for Alya to make two illusions of herself, which is why Roosterboard, Pegasus, Cat Noir teleport into Marinette's room. Roosterboard made an air shield to protect one of the illusions. Of course, they didn't know that there were two illusions, but I do love the ingenuity of this. Marinette is very ingenious and very, very capable. I just love how her mind works. So the plan was to let Marinette's illusion get akumatized. Everything worked, but I'm a bit surprised that Chrysalis didn't ask the Marinette illusion if she was Ladybug, like in Heartfixer. So it means that she doesn't suspect Marinette anymore. But how can an illusion be akumatized? At this point, I feel like anything can be akumatized if you really want it to happen. So that's why Ladybug could touch Nemesis and she was beaten into a pulp. I feel like it was real, and I think it was on purpose on Alya's part because she was angry with Marinette. She evidently shows this throughout the entire occurrence. I knew that Nemesis had to take Ladybug's earrings, or maybe Kenoa's ring, because she had to be followed into the catacombs, but unfortunately, she wasn't followed into the catacombs. After getting the earrings, Nemesis actually doesn't go to the catacombs. Lila is just as smart as Marinette. So when Nemesis drops off the earrings at a fountain where Ryuko was already there in the water, but the unusual thing was that a kid takes the earrings and wraps them in a candy wrapper. Ryuko just trails this boy to a mailbox where he drops the earrings off. But the funny thing is, Ryuko couldn't follow the boy. Couldn't anyone else in the team follow him? I mean, it doesn't make any sense for me. Because honestly, everything would have been revealed much sooner rather than the lucky charm having to predict everything. Because there was a caterpillar lucky charm. Just remember that as we go on. And then a fireman picks up and goes into the fire station, disappears. Then a man who was present at Sublime's trial was there. That person left that candy wrapper for a pregnant lady. This lady is the actual one who went into the catacombs. Out of nowhere at all, that random lady seems to talk to Nemesis. After that shock, everything had actually settled in my mind. I honestly believed that Chrysalis was working with the kingdom, so she could have used the people in the kingdom to help her further her cause. But actually, she's working alone. It kind of made sense that Chrysalis was transforming into different people. I didn't understand how actually it was happening. So the earrings were real, and Chrysalis is quite surprised, as Tiki is, because Tiki is literally scared. Oh, or she's a great actor, who knows? So obviously the plan goes into motion. The dog Miraculous gets the earrings back. The mouse literally just alerts everyone, and Alya is like, "Let's go." That was something. It is interesting how Ladybug's lucky charm was summoned at the start and made a revelation at the end. I was disappointed because Marinette didn't win. I really wanted her to win. At least one thing would have been taken off the list of the worries she has to go through. Marinette is gonna have to break up with Adrien. You guys, I don't know if I can see Marinette unhappy anymore. It's too sad. And I love how Alya said that she won't tell Adrien and will remain as her stand in. Tell me everything on your mind. I really want to talk to someone about this who gets it because I really do. It's so amazing, everything that's happening. Well, the fact that Marinette's sad is not amazing, of course. That's why I'm also disappointed. As always, stay miraculous because you guys are simply the best.